Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. We are still with Thiruni and Lakshita, who won the Gold Lion for the 4th annual Young Lions Marketers competition, representing Sri Lanka in the Khan. So, moving back to your story and back to Khan. So tell us about the closing ceremony. Now, while I was talking to you during the break, you were telling me how fun it was and how exciting it was. And as two young people who were representing a country like Sri Lanka, how important it was for you two to go out there and celebrate being Sri Lankan, celebrate being young. So tell us about the closing ceremony, what kind of fun you had and where were you placed. And I'm sure that for Lakshita it was like a dream coming true because he had already visualized it. So tell us about that.
I did visualize it.
Okay, you didn't?
I did.
You did, okay.
Actually, in fact, I told her previously also, she was mentioning that where would we be seated tomorrow. I said the front row.
Front row.
So, to tell you about the closing ceremony, it was a, what do they call it? Grand Audi. Grand Auditorium. It was in the Grand Auditorium, and there was a queue for more than 1 kilometer. No, 3,000 people were in a queue because they let people in after 5, I guess. And we were seated in the 4th row, and with the top people in the advertising and marketing community,
yes,
like
VIPs. Yes,
VIPs, the Apple's creative agencies director, and all those big people were there, and it was great to at least sit among those people. And we were on stage after few awards, and actually we didn't expect that much of a applause and a cheer. I think it was most of the Asians, South Asian people. When we were going to the stage, there was one person in the Indian, and he hit me in the back and told, we are really proud, you're representing, because we were the only country that was there on the stage that day for this category, Young Lions category. So it was a very proud moment for us to take Sri Lanka to that stage in front of all these people.
And it was the first time, like you said,
it was the first time, and this is called actually the Oscars of advertising.
The Oscars of advertising.
Yes.
Wow.
So being on that stage and that red carpet on that
you won
stage,
the best actor and the best actress of the world. Something like that. Something like that.
Thing for us.
Of course. I'm seeing the enthusiasm that you both have, the glow on your face when you talk about it. Also, so it's amazing. I'm sure you are remembering all the nice things that happened to you back those days. So slightly shifting from there, and I asked Hiruni before the break whether you wanted to be in the marketing business ever since you were small, and you said yes. So tell us about that. I mean,
small as in okay, not like really small, but probably after my A levels, I thought, okay, marketing is the field that I need to be in,
that you need to go into.
Because I'm a person, I don't like to sit in one place. I don't like a desk job. And I'm a more creative person as well. So I thought, okay, my skills could be best used at a sort of a
practical stream.
Exactly. At a job like that. So that's why I started my postgraduate in Chartered Institute of Marketing. So and whilst I first worked for an advertising agency, so I basically had that background of creative part of it. And then only now I'm working at a telecommunications company for the past 6 years. So so marketing I was always passionate about marketing, about events and corporate communication, brand management, all that. So this Young Marketer Award is basically like telling you, okay, you're the best marketer out there.
Exactly.
The best young marketer out there.
Exactly.
So that's like, it's just you're getting the topmost award that you can get in your field of work.
Yes, that's just amazing. I mean, listening to you two talking about it feels amazing for me, and I know I want to get into marketing, although I have absolutely no idea about it. I'm just saying. But anyway, Lakshita, you told us before that you had to walk a long distance to come to the venue of this particular the Palais.
The Palais.
The Palais.
They call it the Palais.
From the place that you were staying.
Yes.
So how was that experience? I mean, how was it at Cannes? Who did you meet? Any famous people? You said that this award ceremony was like the Oscars for advertising. So did you meet any famous people? Did you do any shopping? So how was that fun experience you had in France?
Many. We met many people. To tell some of the names, we met Melanie Brown, the scary spicy of the Spice Girls.
Oh, nice.
And Jack Black, Ariana Huffington of Huffington Post. CMO of BMW, CEO of Adobe, and all
So all
these big
important
people.
CEOs. Did you tell them that you also wanted to be a CEO?
I didn't actually.
You're my inspiration, sir.
So it was fun. We didn't shop much. She had to shop for a belt. That was the only thing that we bought.
I forgot my belt and went, so I had to shop for that. Other than that,
you can't. Basically.
Yeah, because it's so expensive there.
Really expensive. Especially at that time, because it happens immediately after the Cannes Film Festival.
Immediately after the Cannes?
Yes,
oh, wow.
one week after the
I think
Cannes Film
I'm sure
Festival.
the prices go like...
Yeah, that's the thing.
Accommodation to everything is really expensive at that time. So belt was the only thing that
The belt was the only thing I bought, actually.
And you walked also, you didn't even use a taxi. That was very interesting. But yeah, you told me earlier, a while ago, that people did not even know that Sri Lanka was a different country.
Yes.
And that they thought it was part of India. I think that is something that I also got when I was out of the country. So it's kind of common.
Yes.
So how did you make the difference? I mean, when you were approached, and obviously after you won, I'm sure many important people out there came to congratulate you, and they must have asked you questions about where you're from and all that. So how did you make an impact of being Sri Lankan among those people?
Yeah, I think one thing is that you have to maintain, your standard, and you have to be very responsible, because if they don't know who a Sri Lankan is, then they will judge our country by the way we behave.
Exactly.
So we made sure that we didn't behave in a bad way. We spoke properly and we became responsible, and we made sure
and we don't normally behave in bad ways.
Yeah, I did not think like that.
And we made sure that we really explained to them what Sri Lanka is, where the country is, and what kind of people there are. So we made sure that whoever asked us about Sri Lanka, we told them exactly how it is and what really happens in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, okay.
Because sometimes they tend to have, let's say some Europeans or whoever can tend to have a bit of a different interpretation about Asians and Indians and stuff like that. So they think of us a bit differently. But we made sure that no, we Sri Lankans are different. We are much more warmer people. We're much more nicer people. I mean, it happened at the competition, before we participated. I mean, while we were working on the case study and all that, none of the other participants came and spoke to us. None of them.
Because they thought that you're from India?
Don't know. They must have assumed that we are from India or something
but
like
that. But they do, what you're trying to say is, Hiruni, that they do have a certain prejudice against Asians.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think there is. Because nobody spoke to us, and we also didn't go to, make a fuss or anything like that. We didn't worry about it.
After winning that, you could really feel the difference. I mean, they came to us and they talked to us.
They actually, after winning only, they came to and spoke to us, and they were really happy, and we became friends with most of them. So even the judges were really impressed, and they were Sri Lanka. And
could you mind telling us what kind of backgrounds the judges were representing? Because I mean, you don't have to tell us in particular which which category, but what sort of area were they from?
One of the main judges is the CMO at Ketchum.
Okay,
it's a big PR agency, and the two other.
So they're all from Europe, basically.
Yes, one was from Africa, the other.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether internationally represented.
Yes, definitely. No Asian, no local.
No Asian.
Right, just three. Yeah.
Awesome. So, wow. So, after doing all that and all the excitement that happened in Cannes, when you came back to Sri Lanka, how was the response? We saw some pictures out there, right? I mean, you were very happy and you were garlanded and you're flashing your beautiful smiles and your beautiful medals out there. So how was the response? I'm sure people were so warm and so welcoming when you touched down Sri Lanka. So tell us about the response.
It was really warm. I mean, we got a welcome at the airport itself, and after we came back, our relatives, our parents, our friends, our work colleagues, everyone was giving us, throwing us parties, and
ooh, nice. Free parties,
free parties.
Actually, at the airport, we didn't expect that welcome. When we came from the plane area, there was one lady holding our names, and we were asking, why are you holding our names? We just then she said, you're a commercially important person or something.
Ooh, CIP area.
CIP, CIP, and we were taken into the CIP area, and we were garlanded, and
wow,
that was amazing. We didn't expect
amazing.
that.
That was
touching.
really great. Yeah, that was really touching. So
You must be wondering, oh, what did I do? Am I getting into trouble?
Became commercially important.
Sorry?
We suddenly became commercially important.
Commercially, I mean, wow, I mean, the word
Yes.
is big. Commercially important. How cool is that?
Exactly.
So you told me that you were throwing parties and your colleagues were very happy. So how has your career been since then? I mean, this was how long ago?
in June.
Okay, so how has your career been after that? I mean, how far have you come from there until today in your career?
I think certain people
Have you become more popular?
Definitely.
Okay, obviously.
Obviously.
But are you getting more opportunities to sort of do new experiments? Are people giving you new projects? Is that something?
Yeah, I think yes, definitely we are getting new projects and new opportunities.
Okay.
People look at us in a different way. Now,
exactly. That's what I want to know. Yeah.
Now you are like this, and
Right.
Yes,
Stop that.
right. Sort of judging us in a good way.
Oh, that's a good thing.
So yeah,
And we were asked to come for some forums and do presentations.
Okay.
share our
so all the
experience and all that. So.
experience and